good-looking pan. And any barmaid can be a star maid.
Welcome to another episode of A-List Classics, where we talk about must-see movies that are considered to be the greatest films of all time. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Troop. And in this episode, we're hopping aboard our mint-flavored time machine and heading back to the year 1989, where we're going to talk about one of the biggest movies of that year. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another film about America's favorite pastime and spirits. I'm talking about Field of Dreams. Ray Kinsella, a corn farmer in Iowa, begins hearing messages from a seemingly magical voice. Ray soon believes the voice wants him to build a baseball diamond in his cornfield after seeing a vision of a diamond and former player Shoeless Joe Jackson, whom Ray's late father idolized. Knowing that it might sound crazy and the fact that he'd take a financial loss, Ray begins to build the field with the support of his wife Annie and daughter Karen. Months later, the spirit of Shoeless Joe and 7 other baseball players known from the 1919 Black Sox scandal are found by Ray playing on the diamond, much to his shock. The voice soon sends Ray on another mission to Boston to find author Terrence Mann, and from there go to Minnesota in search of a player named Archibald Moonlight Graham. With Annie's brother worried Ray's actions will cause the farm to go bankrupt, Ray continues on the mythical mission to see where it leads. Field of Dreams is a wonderful sports family drama. It's adapted from the 1982 W.P. Kinsella novel Shoeless Joe. The film was directed by Phil Alden Robinson, who's best known for this film, as well as his later work Sneakers and The Sum of All Fears. Field of Dreams opened in theaters on May 5th, 1989, and was loved by critics and audiences alike, as it actually became a cultural phenomenon and ended up playing in some theaters until December. The film deals with the 1919 Black Sox scandal, which for those unfamiliar will learn more about it along the way, which saw 8 MLB players for the Chicago White Sox accused of throwing the World Series against the Cincinnati Reds in exchange for money. You don't have to be a hardcore baseball fan to enjoy this film either. While it certainly involves the sport, it's not just about that, as there's a terrific messages about forgiveness, family, and redemption throughout. Even if you've never seen the movie, you most likely have heard the famous quote whispered by the mysterious voice, "If you build it, he will come," which of course is on AFI's list of 100 best movie quotes. The film has some fantastic visuals, from seeing the baseball diamond in the field to the spirits of the baseball players walking through the cornfield and coming out to play one more game. It's inspiring to see Ray taking this big chance that could have certainly bankrupted his farm just by following the voices he's hearing, and while some believe he's crazy, it's nice to see most of his family back him up on the risk. A nice touch here is that the people who believe in the players and game can see the former players, but the non-believers don't. I like that the voice doesn't just tell Ray to build the field, but also to help a few others, which sees him go on this quest and meet author Terrence Mann. It also sees Ray finding himself magically transported back in time at one point in order to find another former player who played one game but then became a physician. It also showcases the troubled relationship Ray had with his late father, which still bothers him, and feels that going through the journey may be able to finally give him some closure. It all comes together for a fantastic and emotional finale. While it's touching, there can be some cheesy moments thrown in, like a book-burning session or an overly sappy speech once in a while. There's also a lot of great comedy throughout, most of the funny bits coming from Mann, which balances out the film nicely. Spectacular performances by the cast, starring Kevin Costner as Ray Kinsella, the corn farmer who begins hearing voices and takes a big risk by creating a baseball diamond in his field. Amy Madigan as Annie Kinsella, Ray's wife, who, while concerned about the decisions, stands behind him. James Earl Jones as Terrence Mann, the author living in seclusion who once dreamed of being a Brooklyn Dodger. Ray Liotta as shoeless Joe Jackson, the White Sox outfielder who comes to the field to play ball one more time. And Burt Lancaster in his final film role as Dr. Moonlight Graham, who played one game for the New York Giants in 1922 and never got a chance to bat. Field of Dreams was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Original Score by James Horner, Best Adapted Screenplay by Robinson, and Best Picture. In 2017, it was selected for preservation in the U.S. National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. Field of Dreams isn't just a great love letter to baseball, but also a very imaginative and heartwarming fantasy film everyone can enjoy. All right, well, that's the show. I'll be back with another episode of A-List Classics very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. youtube.com/westside515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WestAlist. Until next time, Troop out.